This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.
Economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.
Hello and welcome to Meet China. I'm Lulu. In today's episode,
we'll dive into the role of new technology in China's elderly care industry, uncover the engineering marvels of skyscrapers rising above the underground, and then immerse ourselves in the world of rural ceramics, where a 1,000-year-old tradition meets modern innovation.
Now here in China, a growing senior population is driving the need for creative solutions. With the help of cutting-edge technology, taking care of the elderly is thriving than never before. We'll take you to Hangzhou in East China's Zhejiang province, where a dedicated team of just 15 people support a community of 40,000 seniors with the help of tech innovation.
Do you think only young people are smartphone experts? Think again. Today, over 14% of Chinese internet users are adults aged 60 and above, totaling 157 million people. This makes China's older online community one of the largest in the world, larger than the entire population of Japan. Senior citizens in China are active on smartphones to stay in touch, access information, and more important, find support in their daily lives. By 2035, China's older population will exceed 400 million, representing more than a quarter of the nation. This shift is creating a surge in demand for older resident services, stretching traditional resources to their limit. The solution lies on a new frontier, digitalization, a bridge that could transform elder care and reshape the way millions experience aging. For many seniors, smartphones have become much more than communication tools. There is a new vision emerging, one where apps become digital social workers, seamlessly integrating essential services on a single platform to support seniors' health, independence, and quality of life. In Hangzhou, one of China's leading smart cities, a group tech entrepreneurs are pioneering new approaches to care for its older residents, redefining what's possible through digital innovation.
Have our main social workers put forward some common need?
The team developed an app in this hub of technological advancement that enables a small workforce of just 15 people to support a staggering 40,000 seniors. By automating routine tasks such as appointment scheduling and medication reminders, and streamlining emergency response times, the app empowers its staff to manage an immense caseload efficiently.
I see. It's a lot more convenient now.
With the help of AI-assisted tools and data-driven insights, these workers can swiftly assess and respond to issues within the community. What used to take days is now resolved in minutes. The platform has since evolved into a software-as-a-service model, expanding beyond Hangzhou to support over 300 teams nationwide, efficiently catering to the needs of millions of senior residents.
In terms of social welfare, social services, pensions, these sorts of things, artificial intelligence is giving the government much more ability to get involved in people's lives. The story going forward is really how to build a more equal, more developed system.
In Beijing, a different initiative, the Silver Age Classroom, is helping seniors navigate the digital world. These classes teach older adults to handle essential tasks like payments, transfers, and online shopping, empowering them to engage fully with modern society. The Silver Age Classroom program helps seniors stay up to speed with mobile apps, which offers a sense of independence and self-assurance in today's world. But there is more than just training. Companies are designing smart products that address real, everyday challenges for older adults. Take the fall detection device, for example, which triggers an alert automatically when a fall is detected. It offers peace of mind for both seniors and their families. These technologies empower older adults not only by addressing immediate concerns, but by supporting their desire for autonomy and freedom.
Let me introduce this. We use this set of magnetic sensors. Through action tracking, we can classify and identify his falling action. Yes, if you look at this, there is already an alarm. This alarm will be pushed to the relevant person's mobile phone through a phone call and through a simple program.
The power of AI, 5G connectivity, and smartphone technology is being harnessed to create scalable elder care solutions, where it is not only manageable, but adaptable for countries facing similar aging demographics.
China has a system that will improve the engagement of people, in their communities. People want to see the quality of their lives improve, so they want meaningful work.
Innovation and tradition are merging, where older adults remain active members of society, empowered by digital tools designed just for them. And as these initiatives grow, so too does the possibility of a world where every senior can benefit from smart devices and technological advancement just as much as the younger generations do. The digital transformation of caring for the older population may just be beginning, but it is poised to keep pace with an aging population and help seniors lead empowered and fulfilling lives well into the future.
Beneath the bustling metropolises are an intricate network underground, where access corridors and subway tracks intertwine. Join us now as we take you to Shenzhen to discover how engineers construct those towering skyscrapers above metro lines without disrupting the daily commute of thousands.
As our city grows skyward, they also spread underground. The true engineering marvels of skyscraper often happen below and out of sight. How does this new landmark in China's Shenzhen coexist with a massive subway kingdom? Right next door to Hong Kong, Shenzhen is headquarters for many Chinese technology giants, from Tencent to Huawei. The city is now the centerpiece of a Greater Bay Area, a Chinese initiative to build a super city cluster in the Pearl River Delta, attracting global big names.
The government has designated this piece of land to attract super headquarters. According to the government's vision, they hope this area could be developed into a Shenzhen or the Greater Bay Area version of Manhattan.
Chan's team is to build this 360-meter tall landmark on this valuable site. And the challenge is not from above, but from below.
The land is sandwiched by 3 metro lines, Shenzhen Metro Lines 9 and 11 to the south, and Shenzhen Metro Line 2 to the north. Part of it even has been constructed right above the metro lines.
This is the mission for Chen's team. The 3 subway lines form the boundary. The team has to dig a massive foundation almost right up against the edge of the subway tunnels. And it has to provide a strong enough base for this skyscraper to survive the killer typhoons in the coastal region. All done while ensuring trains run uninterrupted. But first, project team needs to sink 161 concrete columns or piles into the ground, packed as close as possible together for maximum support.
Underneath the building are very deep engineering piles, connecting the bedrock below and the building above.
Normally, the procedure would be to dig out the bottom of the pit and then drive the piles. There are subway lines in the vicinity, so we cannot afford to take risks.
This requires the piles to be up to 80 meters each, longer than normal and harder to sink, in a place formed over decades of land reclamation with exceedingly complex geological conditions.
During the piling process, we hit a layer of rock fill containing hard rock and soft silt.
The ice cube represents the rock riprap, and the pile moves slowly, hitting the rock, and tilts at an angle. In order to solve this problem, we carefully control the speed of the pile's advancement, letting the drill bit slowly rub these stones to ensure precision and verticality.
It's not just engineering piles that travel through the reclaimed silt, but subway tunnels as well. The seemingly solid, immovable tunnel is actually like rope that slowly shifts in the mud.
There are 6 tunnels running through the building's south and north sides. Our current position is the closest to the foundation pit, only 3 meters away, which is actually a relatively small distance considering the overall scale of the project.
Excavations must not interrupt commuter service. Passengers will never know their train is running on the edge of a huge, deep pit.
I like to play in the sand. This is what the normal subway looks like.
Yes, the building is built above the subway. Because there's earth all around it, it's balanced. But once we excavate, one side of the earth will become unsupported.
Let's start digging.
The entire basement is 20 meters deep, which is deeper than the entire tunnel. So as we dig, the soil on both sides begins to collapse downwards.
With this side exposed, it's possible to swallow the subway tunnel.
The tunnel is connected section by section, so in actual fact, it could be washed out by the whole pit.
Unfortunate subway.
If the balance is disrupted, the collapse could swallow the subway tunnel in a flash. To prevent this disaster, the engineers need to build an earth support system along the perimeter of the foundation and install internal braces to form classical triangle centers at the corners. But as the foundation goes deeper, this structure cannot hold anymore.
For example, at a depth of about 20 meters, or even 25 meters, the force exerted by the corner brace cannot fully meet the deformation requirements of the subway. So we introduce a new concept, a ring brace, which is rarely used but offers greater strength and stability. A ring is inserted into the middle of the retaining wall.
Even so, the engineers can't relax. Inside the tunnels, they need to keep a close eye on any subtle deformations with the help of innovative technology.
We utilize a technology similar to thermal imaging throughout the tunnel to provide real-time feedback on the condition of the entire subway structure. The data allows us to identify which areas are subjected to greater force and deformation.
Our principle is to excavate quickly, as prolonged exposure increases the risk factor. We quickly give it support, allowing the system to find a new balance once again.
The solid foundation allows this skyscraper to stand against the frequent coastal typhoons, and also make this outdoor observation deck possible, even if it breaks the building's aerodynamic profile at such a high altitude.
We are now at an altitude of approximately 350 meters. This place is called the Eye of the Bay Area, offering panoramic views of the entire Greater Bay Area from this platform.
Growing upon the subway, the building offers the brand new bird's eye view of the city below.
Economy, innovation, culture, exploration. Discover the vibrant pulse of China's economy and dive into the rich tapestry of its culture. Embark on a journey of exploration with Meet China. Here, your journey begins.
Next, we continue our journey with Mr. Li Keming, a fourth-generation inheritor of the legendary Ru kiln. Duplicating ancient ceramic pieces is a must for a cultural inheritor like Li, but now he spends much time brainstorming about how to make this art form more appealing to everyday people, especially the younger generations born in the 1990s and 2000s. He's also determined to make Ru kiln resonate internationally. And for that, Li sets off on another journey.
You feel as if you exist in different times. How can we refine from ancient culture and make it acceptable to people today?
This is the Central Park in Zhujiao, a city with history of more than 1,400 years. From its size to its simple but elegant design, the park is an environmental pleasure for the 1 million residents in the city of nearly 1,600 square kilometers. Completed in 2017, the park also highlights this ancient city's new image. While Li Keming, the inheritor of the Zhu kiln, couldn't help wondering if it was time for a new image for the packaging for his Zhu wares. Just like the old saying, fine feathers make fine birds. Since 2019, Li and his design team had spent over 2 years working on it. Product presentation plays a significant role in establishing brand image in the global market. Look at these new designs. The dominant color derives from the classical sky blue and white tones of Zhu porcelain and is easily recognizable. But when it came to the Chinese characters, it's anything but easy.
Just look at these over 100 characters. We spent half a year choosing the final font.
Li adopted the Song block print edition after analyzing and dissecting the stroke structures written about 850 years ago. I'm not exaggerating here. Chinese today can understand what was written in the 12th century and before. The color system and the highly selective typeface of Chinese characters proved the winning combination for Germany's Red Dot Design Award in 2021. But Li says ideological transformation is a painful process.
How can we refine from aging culture and make it acceptable to people today? How can we make museum collections, say, porcelain articles only used by the imperial families during the Song dynasty, accessible to people today? I just can't accept the fact that I'm still focusing on making replicas. That's far beyond the reach of ordinary people. For an inheritor, you must learn and grasp the craftsmanship of duplicating ancient ceramics. But how can you make the Ru wares more attractive to ordinary people, particularly younger generations born in the 1990s and the 2000s?
To find those answers, the young inheritor traveled extensively and researched thoroughly in the past 11 years. But he found his greatest inspiration in his hometown.
My favorite place is Bangshui Temple in Ruzhou, which has a history of over 1,000 years. As soon as I'm there, I feel a sense of time travel. Really, you feel as if you exist in different times. And I think that's the charm of the temple.
I was very much intrigued and followed him to pay tribute at the temple. Sitting only 9 kilometers northeast of the city, the Fengshui Temple is known as a museum of ancient architecture, with over 150 structures constructed during 5 dynasties. Built in the Northern Wei dynasty from 386 to 534, the temple has a history of over 1,500 years. Its unique layout includes palaces and pagoda clusters. The twists and turns of the mountain roads finally led us to his old friend Yan Wu, the Zen master of the temple.
Master, here we are.
Come in, please.
How do you do, Master Yan Wu?
How do you do?
The master told me that the cultural heritage of the Ru King has no doubt an inherent connection with the history of the city.
During the Northern Song dynasty, Ruzhou was an important town of Zen culture, and it was the origin of the largest branch of Zen, known as the School of Linji. Zen culture started to influence Ruzhou during the late Tang dynasty and developed greatly in the city. The pursuit of Zen is to awaken a pure mind and confidence, and this purity of mind and the minimalist aesthetics of Taoism form the cultural background of the Ru King.
The Zen master also believes that innovation should first adhere to the fundamental principle of excellent traditional Chinese culture, and then it should meet the needs for people today as well as our understanding about this era.
In terms of Zen culture, we advocate an integration of internal and external cultivation. If one is in a state of restlessness in life and work, they will definitely not be able to live a good life or create beautiful works of art. First and foremost, one should be in a good condition with a peaceful mind and then perform well in their career.
Marketing manager Yang Yi explains the how and why. She says each team member starts to pick up the history of Chinese culture as they work. She's quite confident that the Zhu wares, simple but not monotonous, have the magic to soothe the restless mind of people trapped by the information age.
We may have been influenced by Western cultures since we were young. For example, we watched Disney movies when we were kids, or we're familiar with overseas brand names. Perhaps you're good at promoting. But in recent years, we've regained some cultural confidence, and Ru porcelain is a good example. Although there are only 4 colors in the Ru wares, they're very charming, and you'll never be tired of appreciating Ru porcelains. Now we're committed to a reverse cultural output.
This July saw Li bring his Ru porcelain creations to Paris. And together with other Chinese inheritors, Li was at the Louvre at an exhibition held by the World Federation of UNESCO Cities, Centers, and Associations. No matter how far he goes, Li now keeps thinking about his 6-month-old daughter, Muli, whose name means jasmine flower in English. When it comes to his baby girl, he can't help smiling.
So she's kind of making her own decisions. So she stayed in her mom's womb till that particular day arrived. In this particular case, she's a bit like me.
For Li in the entrepreneurial phase, family time is his prime time, seeing his baby daughter grow up and his own development as well. For the calm, introverted craftsman, constant rediscovery of the self will continue to be reflected in his work. As Li puts it, more innovation will be based on further exploring the historical context and traditional roots of the ancient Ru Ken.
And with that, I'm wrapping up today's Meet China. But please stay tuned for next week's program as we bring you more fascinating stories from across China. And now I will leave you with the beautiful fall scenery in Beijing, where the leaves turn a stunning golden color. I'm Lily Lu. I'll see you next week.
Discover the potential. Witness the opportunities. Experience dazzling exhibitions and captivating events. Explore groundbreaking innovations and future-shaping industries. Stand at the crossroads where the cities of tomorrow meet timeless traditions. Meet China, where every story is a new discovery.
This presentation was paid for by CGTN. The opinions, views, and claims expressed are those of CGTN and may not necessarily reflect those of CNBC.